national levels to the plight, the sufferings, the hardship going through, Nigerians rather are going through in this country at the moment. My name is Moses Ben. It would be a robust conversation this morning as we'll be looking at issues that have developed so far so good in this week, talking about the protest around the economic hardship in the country. And then the second segment of Standpoint will be coming up at 10 a.m. after the news light, as we would be engaging the general manager of the Umuahia Capital Development Authority. Of course, the government of Alex Otti has been doing one or two things around infrastructural development, as it was captured in the 2024 budget of the state. So a lot has been happening. We'll get to hear from him directly this morning later on the second segment of the program. I have joining me this morning in-house analyst to look at what we want to discuss on Standpoint, the incorruptible Sam. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning to you, Ben Moses. Yeah, thank God it's Friday edition. That's how we say it here. And I will urge us to continue having that on our lips. In as much as Nigeria, if you deeply look at it, it is actually not what being happy about. Come on. We need to be happy so that God will not even see us as ungrateful people. And also Nigerians delivering in Ivory Coast. Okay. We also need to make them happy because they are actually getting information. There's that news that they actually held a minute silent for those that died because of our victory. Yes, we won our game. But some died.
They didn't just die because of the victory, but they were afraid of what would have happened.
Some afraid, some too happy, because that's one thing. Excess of happiness can actually go as far as putting you into a position. That's why when we say in anything you're doing, don't do it too much.
Okay.
Yes, excess of everything is actually bad. So to those that died,
our commiseration, we sympathize. May their soul rest in peace.
They did the 1 minute silence. I just saw the video now.
Okay.
That means whatever that is happening here, they are aware. So because of these people, God and super egos, let's just be happy. But if it is because of about the politicians, you can actually cook on happiness and eat it as a food.
Sam, I believe that something good can still happen, despite the fact that at times, yes, we point at them. They are responsible. We must say it. We've given them the opportunity to go serve, to go carry out the essence of governance. But why would be expecting you to do what we have sent you people to go and do? You do the contrary. So why would Nigerians talk? Why would Nigerians agitate? Why would Nigerians go against your actions?
This is just like the song that was actually playing before we started. Which way Nigeria? Sonny Okoso. When he sang the song, maybe Nigeria was even better then. I wish he can.
That was years back.
Just imagine now.
As if he had envisioned this time.
Just like Sir Warrior when he said Owachiga Chiga. For those that understand Igbo. Now, if let's assume Warrior is alive.
For those that understand Igbo, I hope you are not trying to mock somebody.
No. I wonder what he will think now, because this is when everywhere is actually slippery. Yeah, Owachiga Chiga is the word is slippery. That's what it means. Now that everywhere, even you need to hold something before you walk well. I don't know what these guys, they saw things. Actually, they were more like they were prophetic in some of the music they did, and now these things are happening. But we'll continue. After all, we are still alive for a purpose, and that purpose we must achieve.
All right, I pledged to Nigeria, my country. Yeah. Can you remember that, Sam? The national pledge, and the Nigerian national pledge. Yeah, to hold the values of Nigeria.
Be faithful. Our politicians are there.
I'm coming to that. The President Bola Tinubu, has directed the mandatory recitation of the national pledge after the national anthem at every official and public engagement. He said before he left his house yesterday, he instructed that they should give him a printout of the national pledge. And when he was going through it words by words, he realized the essence of the Nigeria national pledge. And then he said, okay, let us relaunch this. But the big question here, Sam, it comes with great lyrics. You understand the essence of the Nigerian national pledge. But at this time that things are going on, would that have been necessary from the president? That's on one side. On the other side, those who are in position of Nigerians, the citizens, to benefit at the end of the day, do they also tie their actions, their responsibilities to these lyrics, to the words embedded in the Nigerian National Pledge? That is my concern this morning, sir.
You know, the answer is very simple. They don't. That's just the answer. Very, very simple. They don't even, some of them don't even know. Good to know that the president said, no, now we are going to be...
let's relaunch. Let's make it mandatory.
Yes.
That after the national anthem, at every official public engagement, we must take the national pledge.
Definitely. But they don't, pay attention to that. Some of them don't know it. Now, even if they know it, are they even looking at that? I like the part of to be faithful, loyal, and honest. To be faithful, loyal. You listen to the people you're leading. Whatever they say, you pay attention, whether good or bad. Then later, you can actually say, do you know that this one, if we do it, it will not work. Oh, let's go this way. That's being loyal. They are not loyal to us. Are they honest? When they know that things in Nigeria, Femi Gbajabiamila the other day came out to say there is lack of food in Nigeria. It's just people are just saying it. There is nothing like that.
He said that there's that Nigeria has food. When it comes to food, Nigeria still has food. He's not honest at all. I'm touching these words now. Faithful. I've talked about that. Sam, you have been so strong about this.
Loyal, yes. Now loyal, they are not loyal. Maybe just few of them. Honest. Someone will know what is happening. Now another way is. Some people protested at Mina, then Kano.
Because that's what we want to look at on that.
You understand? Now they came out to say oppositions gathered these people. That is you're lying now, because these guys they protested because there was nothing, no food. That is now them lying. Now to serve Nigeria with all my strength. How are they doing that? When they will know that things are happening in Nigeria, they will fly out. Are you serving Nigeria with all your strength? Why not build hospitals in Nigeria so that you don't need to go to France, India, and all these countries? You're not to defend her unity. Are you doing that? When you will tell us you're from so and so place, you are going to pay attention to them first. You see those people that didn't vote for me, I am not going to pay attention. You're not bringing unity now. Uphold her honor and glory. Yeah, you are telling God to help you. God has finished helping us. I keep saying it. If I am God, thank God I'm not. I will just remove Nigeria.
And God will not have allowed you to be God.
I will just remove Nigeria because we have disturbed God. Nigeria as a country. Everything we call on him. Let's assume he's the God that sleeps. Do you know that even in the afternoon we'll be waking him? Afternoon sleep is very important. You go and knock him. Wake up. We are from Nigeria. You understand? Our glory and honor, our honor now, other countries don't even respect us. Here in Africa, Ivory Coast, this thank goodness for the sports department, we do inside Cote d'Ivoire. The other edition, I noticed that Cote d'Ivoire, they say it's difficult for someone to kidnap someone in there. 95%, you are at risk of getting caught. There, everything is working well. Someone say if there is a grant, you get it from the government, you will not pay, you will not stress yourself. Things will be done. Loan, the one we hear loan here, federal government loan, you struggle to get it. There, it happens. Ivory Coast is good. I didn't even know. We pay attention to going to Canada.
Don't tell me that you have plans of traveling to Ivory Coast.
If I have the opportunity, I'll go to. Because I noticed about Ivory Coast.
We can still build this country.
Better than this country.
We can still build this country.
Ghana, these guys are overtaking us. The other day, I heard about CFA. 2010, 1,000 naira will be 2,000 CFA. Now, it has turned upside down. At some point, we are laughing at Ghana. Ghana cedi is now like we are not helping ourselves. So for him to say this must be recited, it's not reciting is not even the issue. Are we going to take these words one after the other, put them in practice from the politicians, when they will be honest, when they will be loyal to us, when they will be faithful, when they will serve Nigeria with all their strength, when they will defend the unity, when they will uphold her honor and glory, then the help that God has given to us will now start manifesting. one reason that I tell you that God has helped Nigeria is we don't have anything called natural disaster. The erosion we have every rainy season is the one we cause ourselves because we have failed to build drainages, beautiful roads. We don't have earthquake. But other countries, Japan, that so many of us want to go to, sometimes erosion, sometimes earthquake. Haiti, that country, are you telling me that God hates them? God has given us everything we need. Our pledge is beautiful. Someone that wrote it, beautiful. But the politicians and Nigerians, we have not seen how beautiful our pledge is. Reciting it is beautiful. If that is what he has done, even him, let's start from the president himself. If he recites it every day, from now till May, that he will be clocking 1 year in office, and he decides to practice it, I am telling you that the incorruptible Sam, no matter how old I am, the 89-year-old man, I will live longer and younger.
All right, thank you so much, Incorruptible Sam. Yes, it's a nice call by the president, because reminding us the value embedded in the national pledge of Nigeria.
The value is big.
But Mr. President, can we start from the presidency?
From there.
Let us get down to the National Assembly.
From Aso Rock.
We get down to our governors across the 36 states of the Federation.
Yes.
Also, state houses of assembly.
I think go sweet.
We should see how this will turn around. Not giving us promises today, tomorrow you turn the other way, as if you were not the one who made those promises.
Yeah.
Please, it's a nice one. We embrace this, we accept this, but let our leaders show us examples. All right, we have a lot to talk about. A lot has been happening this week, talking about around the economy of Nigeria. We have joining us in the studio our very own, of course, he's been very much around us here, Chiboka Chijoke this morning. Good morning and welcome to Startpoint.
Good morning, Moses, and thanks for having me. Good morning, our listeners. Once again, we're here to talk about the issues in Nigeria and solutions as well, if they'll listen to us. Incorruptible Sam has been, if I may use the word, spitting out of pain, heartfelt. You know, when our leaders come out to say this declaration, most of us went through military schools. I, for one, went to military primary school. I schooled in the barracks. I schooled. I'm an ex-commando, you know, and in Ojo. And you see, when you place your hand on your chest and you recite this pledge, you know what it means? It means that there's a heartfelt commitment. For every word that comes out of your mouth is a heartfelt commitment. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest. That means whatever you do, your heart is inside. You know, your mind is inside. You cannot. Before you speak, your actions and your words, they have an alignment. You know, but right now there's a total disconnect. You know, there's a difference between uniformity and unity. We all look dark skinned in Nigeria right now. We might all wear the same T-shirts, Rapid FM, but deep down in our hearts, if we're not united, whatever we're reciting, it's irrelevant. You know, from the politicians up, from the presidency down to the House of Rep members, to the judiciary, to all different arms of government. We pick those words one after the other. You know, I pledge to Nigeria, my country. How many of them can recite it? In the last admission to swearing in ministers prior to the last administration, you know, they gave it as a criteria. Most of the ministers could not even recite it.
They don't know it.
And you don't. That means you have no clue
about it,
about the country, about the commitment.
How are you going to practice it?
You have no clue.
Reciting the national pledge, is it in line with carrying out your activities, your responsibilities, gentlemen?
It is not.
Does it have any relationship with that?
Yes,
it has. Why is the president coming out to talk about it?
Excuse me, please. Reciting the national pledge reaffirms your commitment to the goals. It reaffirms your commitment to your duties as a minister, as a servant. It reaffirms that emotional, heartfelt commitment to those KPIs that the people are asking of you, and the commander-in-chief that have brought you, and the people that have recommended you. You know, reciting the pledge is publicly telling the people that this human being standing here, spirit, soul, and body, I'm giving to a cause. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. And you stand before the people. You stand before taxpayers. You stand before elected officials from representatives from different representations in Nigeria, and you declare with your mouth, just the way you pick a Bible and say an oath, right? You are now pledging your allegiance. You are pledging your commitments, right? To be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength. Right now, you have primary school students changing and saying to serve Nigeria is not by force. If if you have
that's
people,
ignorance, of course. You
brother,
don't just blame. You will not blame them. It's ignorance on the part of this children.
Moses Ben, please. You will not tell me it's not on the part of children. Children learn faster by observation.
You never can say. You never can say they could be joking with these things.
Yes, it might sound as a rhyme.
Okay.
In their head to serve Nigeria but they have seen it vision. They have seen it optically, right? That there is no passion in serving this country. You wake up and your next door neighbor doesn't do anything, and all of a sudden the man is driving a Prado Jeep worth 100 and something million. You wake up and there's no industry this man is functioning in. He has no antecedents of how he made his money, and you wake up like, how did this guy go? Where is the process? And you wake up tomorrow and you see people who loot money and are glorified, and you tell me tomorrow they cut a deal, and you see the common man who steals Maggi from the streets or from the market just to feed his family, and he's lynched.
Right, Chibok, I believe that we can still get it right in this country.
Getting it right is a cliche right now, right? Getting it right. We all have to put our hands together and use our tongue and counter and tell ourselves the truth.
All right, thank you for that submission. This morning on Standpoint, we want to give attention again to the protests against economic hardship under President Bola Tinubu and the government's actions and moves as a reactory measure to all those things that be happening. Remember that youth and women of Niger State took to the streets of Minna, protesting over what they called the biting hardship and the rising cost of living in the country. The protest started when a group of women blocked Minna Bida Road at the popular Bakungu roundabout to lament what they termed the suffering under Bola Tinubu government. In Kogi State, traders in Kogi, of course, staged a massive protest over high cost of essential commodities across the state. The market women and men who protested in the streets of Lokoja, the state capital, lamented the soaring prices of food items which have affected patronage. And also, we've recorded also protest in Kano State and somewhere in Ondo State as well. Chiboka this morning, before I get back to Sam, who is readily available with his points to mount on this morning. This protest, so far so good this week, have this protest sent a message to the government?
Yes, the protest ought to. The protests that have been happening around the country in Minna, in Kogi, and proposed probably once, they are supposed to send a message. Now, for me to say that the message has been gotten by the government is to see the reaction of the government. Opening silos, yes, those are interventions that the federal government use to check maybe scarcity of grains and food in the market. But you coming to say, like Femi Gbarajamila said, that there's how do you even put it again? That there is no scarcity, right? That there is no school, that there's abundance of food.
You are not friendly with the statement of the chief of staff to the president.
I think there's a total disconnect between that position and the people. You know, you can't tell me that there's scarcity of people who are the farmers in Benue. How many of them go into the farms to farm? Kidnappers are everywhere. You can't even travel. Can you have the fertilizer that goes out freely? The system has been so truncated. Farmers now buy fertilizer. You hear on the television, right, that the fertilizer are given to you free, but you find out the farmers are going there to buy them and resell them. For the government to say that these protests that are going on, or that they have heard and received this protest, see, my brother, it's so painful. I heard that even most of those women were labeled opposition and arrested.
Yes, sir.
Most of women who came out to protest,
few of them were arrested.
They were labeled opposition and they were arrested for your fundamental human rights of association and expression. You arrest a mother or a human being that comes out to vocally express his or her displeasure against the person he or she thumbprints. We gave you our life for God's sake. We took our thumbs and went out to the polls that day. Most of us who did, most of them probably resigned to the faith that this man is there. Let him lead us.
Of course, he is our president.
In all capacity. I'm not speaking to just the president.
Okay.
I'm speaking to also governors. I'm speaking to local government chairmans and TC chairmans. I'm speaking to ward representatives. I'm speaking to leaders in those capacities that are representing government in all levels. I'm speaking to the Ezes. You know, I'm speaking to the imams and church and the rest. You can't tell me that I am so inconvenienced with your policy and I cannot protest. Are we running a dictatorial system of government? Will you gag my mouth and tell me not to talk about my inconveniences? And there's almost nothing I can do. The last fella says is suffering and smiling. You know, these people in office should be held accountable. Releasing grains from the silos, fine. How do you replace those grains? What are the measures to mop up back those grains? Right? Yes, you might have them. Right? Now, what statistics of farmers, of young people who are going into farming? You don't pay pensioners. Right? You don't maintain health facilities. Like Incorruptible was saying this morning, that when the person comes and jets out of the country, there are no legislative backings to hold these people for whenever you're sick, you jettison out of the country. There is no legislative backing to hold you down here. When you go and come back, who will grow that food?
But the president came in. You remember, he took over from the then President Muhammad Buhari.
Yes.
And then as a new administration, you must come up with your own ways of doing things. Your template, your manifesto, and your blueprint. So don't you think that they are working in this regard to ensure that they assuage what the citizenry at the moment is being faced with?
My brother, Nigerians are good at drawing policies, but not too good at implementing them. When you take up a job in an organization, they give you a time, they give you a probation period. Don't they give you?
It happens.
After this time, if you don't deliver, these are your KPIs, these are your deliverables, and this company is out to achieve these objectives. And after this specific time, if you don't meet up to this, you are either given a query or a warning, or your performance is reviewed. Right? Your performance is reviewed, and if you're not doing the right thing, you should be shown the way out.
All right, Incorruptible Sam. Sometime last year, after the inauguration of the president, that was around either July or August, July, if I can remember clearly, the president ordered state of emergency on food prices and food shortage. That was last year, 2023. And this time around, just this new month, February, we've seen protests against the high cost of commodities at our markets. Things are soaring. Even traders at the moment, they are lamenting that we are not even receiving patronage again. That is to say, in one way, the people are being affected financially, because it is only when you have the money, it is when you have the finance that you'll be able to approach a trader in the market and purchase anything from the market.
Exactly.
Looking at what happened, that was July last year. And now, does it show the sincerity and practicality of the president's economic architecture?
You know, he has already. Because I have issues with politicians coming out to declare. They will just come out, declare. Let it be that they are busy doing something. Well, there is what we call busy doing nothing. I think that's what many politicians are. From the current administration, that's also what I've seen them. Food shortage. You're declaring state of emergency. Declaring state of emergency is not the issue. What are the things you need to do to make sure that the food shortage will be a thing of the past? Just like he came back from France now. Immediately he landed, he talked about an emergency meeting committee just to make sure the people that will look into food shortage stuff. And I asked again, what are you doing about that? Intervention, okay, that's the word he used. Intervention. What are you going to do now to show that yes, you're actually intervening? Nothing. Like I said, don't share food. If you like, my problem is now, you will hear that next week, maybe from Monday, now you hear that they have mapped out 220 billion naira for the intervention of the food shortage. At the end of the day, they will say, okay, we are going to be sharing money to those families that can't buy things, that can't go to the market because of lack of money. Let's send them money through one means. At the end of the day, the money will become a waste. Now, you can't cook food and share. Because even the one they tried doing, the one they call school feeding, we know how how that one went and all the rest. So there is no other means to arrest this food shortage issue if not to look into agriculture. In Nigeria, our Our budget doesn't pay attention to education, little or nothing. It doesn't pay attention to health. It doesn't also pay attention to agriculture. These 3 key areas. And these are the areas that if you arrest, everybody will be happy. Now, we don't pay attention to agriculture. And you're talking about or asking question of why is the food scarcity? Why do you have food scarcity in Nigeria? Arrest agriculture. Just like, he said here. How many farmers can comfortably go to the farm now? I said it the other day, not an ass, whether you like it or not. Their yam, just if they stop, planting or farming of yam, it will affect Nigeria as a whole. The onions, how many of us, do onions here? Comes from there. And so many other things. The tomatoes that we use in cooking comes from there. But right now, there is fear over there. Benue State, they know, as of yam, give it to them. But these farmers are now scared of going to the farm. That is why we are having food shortage. I think if they don't know, they should call the Nigerians, the ones they call ordinary Nigerians.
But the president has an economic team that he's been working with.
The economic teams, who are these people? The same politicians, the same people loyal to them. If you want to get this thing sorted out, leave those ones you call friends. The appointment we make here in Nigeria, because you have been trying from the primary election, you have been trying, they pick you, put you in that position. When they know that you don't even know anything, even if you know, you will not be bold enough to look at their faces to tell them, sir, this is one thing that we must do. The people they use, that's why when I hear committee in Nigeria, I become so annoyed, because the people they use in forming the committee, they are the people that don't know anything, or they need to, or the people that can't comfortably say this is what our problem is. Economic advisory committee, what are they doing? Who are they advising? Do they even know the things to do so that the economy in Nigeria will become better? These are the questions that.
But we have professionals in these committees.
We call them professionals maybe because of the certificate that they have.
All right, we've been looking at the economic situation of the country at the moment on Standpoint this morning, and on how this could be assuaged so that it will better the lives of Nigerians at the moment in this country. We're going to short break. There are other issues around this topic, and then when we return, we'll give attention to it. Remember that this is Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Beauty is power. A smile is its sword. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is all around us. So, if you want to look good always, visit Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. It's new, it's exclusive, and a happening store in beauty products. We deal on perfumes and cosmetics such as body lotions, facial creams and scrubs, body sprays, powders, bath wash, and all kinds of quality cosmetics with affordable prices. Contact us at number 41 Fimbers Road, Umuahia, or number 28 School Road, Umuahia, all in Abia State. Call us on 0806 951 2773 or email us at wandsgleam@gmail.com. Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. Quality is our name. Signed, management.
Christ for All Nations CFA, in conjunction with all Christian churches in Aba and Umuahia, announces Great Gospel Crusade
with evangelist Daniel Kolenda, the successor of evangelist Reinhard Bonnke.
Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. Say amen.
Date Wednesday, 21st February to Sunday, 25th February 2024. Venue Ngwa High School, Osisioma for Aba Region 1.
And Meteorological Complex opposite Obiongo Town Planning Authority along Umukaleka Road from Obikabe Junction for Region 3, all happening same time, 4 p.m.
Also on 29th February to 3rd March 2024 by 4 p.m. at 2 different venues. One at Okpara Square, Umuahia for Region 4.
National High School along Porakot Road, Ugunabo for Region 2.
Featuring healings, miracles, deliverance, God's Word.
Businesses will flourish again.
Come, listen, and receive the blessings of God.
Jesus is Lord.
Darling.
Yes, my husband.
Valentine's season is here again, and as usual, we will be stepping out in style to celebrate love, care, and greater bonding.
Really? Are we going to Owerri, Uyo?
Oh no, we will reserve a table for two at the Couples Hangout on Sunday, 18th February 2024 at the Latinos Arena, 17 BCA Road, Omaya.
Wow, that will be fantastic, and I love it.
I know, right? The reserved table ticket is 20,000 naira with full barbecue fish or chicken plus a pack of juice. Well, that's not all. Highlights include music, comedy, dance, giveaways, couples game show. Also, all Rapid 96.5 FM OAPs and Rapid TV crew will be there live. Red carpet opens at 5 p.m. Main event 6 p.m. So, what are you waiting for? Book your table ticket today. For table reservations, call now 0806 356 8266 or 0703 088 9750.
Or visit Delatinos Arena or Rapid 96.5 FM office. This event is packaged by Delatinos Concept in collaboration with Rapid 96.5 FM and Rapid TV.
You are my lover. You are my friend.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drink. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example I may show you? I'm leaders of the country.
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of the family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can go forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
More Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
Yeah, welcome back to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. This morning, we have been looking at the protest against the high cost of goods and commodities at the market at the moment in the country, and then the reactions by our leaders and even the presidency to these issues this morning. I still have in the house Chiboka and Incorruptible Sam. You know, in the course of this, Chiboka, governors of Kwara State, Taraba, Ondo, even Kogi State came in, they protested on their own. One would not call it protest, but they moved down to the appropriate quarter, talking about the Ministry of Agriculture and Food, to ask the minister there what's been happening, how can you help this issue? And also, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, said that, okay, this is something that the government must wade into. Does it not signal the interest of our leaders in what Nigerians are going through at the moment? Why we are castigating, why we are lampooning, why we are why we are criticizing rather. What about what do you make of this one also?
My brother, it's not all castigating and lampooning and spitting on and saying how angry we are at the government. As an employer of labor or as a leader, when you employ somebody, you employ that person to prefer solutions to a certain problem. You know, it's like I employ somebody to check security, and somebody beats my security, and I now go to meet the person and but what's the problem? What does this signify? I don't know what I'm doing. That person should be either fired, you know, or you know, he should be queried because I employed him to solve that problem. So governors going to meet their various heads or going to meet many, depends if it's a federal level. Yes, it's understandable that the people have come outside, they have protested, you know, because I don't think they're in the capacity, they actually go to the markets. They have protested, you know, and they felt it. You know, but amongst them that I believe that they should have a form of town hall meeting between them and the people in providing solutions, economic solutions to our local problems. Our problems are not foreign problems. Our problems are locally made. You know, there's no other. It's glaring. One of the issues hitting food right now is insecurity. You know, it's glaring. It's like producing the factors of production and everything will just work out. Know how to do the permutation, and everything will just work out fine. You know, when you check this, you can't tell me you haven't checked insecurity in a land, and people cannot. You have not even harnessed nightlife in your community. You have not checked insecurity, and you're expecting the night economy to boom. It will not work. You know, you have not implemented minimum wage. Yes, there are other factors, your IGR and the rest, but those things can only be achieved, you know, when the basic amenities are created. Yes, you can call your Minister of Agri, your Commissioner of Agri, and ask have a meeting. How long will we continue having these meetings? Let's proffer these solutions that are locally made. They are local solutions to solving these problems. When you go out on the street, you ask them, my brother, a cup of rice is 350 naira. We had the head of state here who shut down the borders and saying he wanted to build up local production, right? Gary is 4 cups of 500. Gary, our local Giffen staple Gary that everybody should have. Bread. Just I don't know if you go to the market to buy these things. It's common sense. The resources you cannot access them.
Sorry, let me defend my own position. When you ask me this question, you're making me to look as if I've not been in Nigeria. But that's by the way. Go ahead.
Yes. You know, so when you pull this economic team together, you call your Minister of Agriculture, get the local man on the street involved until they feel this thing trickle down to them. Your policies are of no impact. You having meetings with your commissioner and blowing grammar at that echelon does not translate. You can open your local silos, right? But it's not. You cannot medicate this problem by throwing money at it. Can you medicate this hunger problem by just opening the side? You must create a system that will translate into the continuous production of this food. Make agriculture, make it appealing to the young ones who have this energy. Try and check insecurity. There are large expanse of land. You know, everything that would make this industry boom, you make it available. Let your administration be known for this. That in this particular territory, while I was in charge, you know, security was brought to its minimum level. Like I said before, we have not even harnessed nightlife here in this southeast here that we are. Nightlife is dead, and so to say, people make more money in the night than even the day.
All right, Chiboka, still talking about the government's interest in all of these issues. Sam, the president has directed just yesterday the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to release about thousands of metric tons of maize, millet, and other commodities in strategic reserves to address the rising cost of food in the country. Do you see prices of food commodities at the markets any moment from now coming down so as for Nigerians to be able to, we have seen a different phase of the entire situation altogether?
That's more like giving palliative. That's what more like giving palliative. We are very good in being just reacting to the current situation without looking at it, how it's going to actually be, how we are going to solve it forever. It's possible for us to solve it forever. Very, very possible. Releasing that, so we have it somewhere. What you are going to release now, so that means we have it somewhere. We have been keeping it. Fine, no problem. But it's more like palliative for now. And I still doubt if it will even get to the people, get to the grassroots, get down to these ones that need it. Because when you release something like that and at the end of the day it doesn't get to the people that you should have gotten to, that means you have failed. Then it's still not the solution. It's still not the long-time solution.
All right, we'll come down to that angle. Let us also know from you this morning what could possibly be done in order for this thing to take a different turn positively. But let's bring in our listener at this point. 09160,000 965 09160 333 965. You can as well do us a message to the number 09160,000 965. What's your opinion? What do you make of the situation at the moment and the approaches, the measures that the government from time to time have been coming up with to assuage this situation? Do we see any moment from now possibility of these things reducing so as for us to be able to have a new phase of life this morning on Standpoint? Please make your contribution brief and concise. A very good morning to you. and welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Commander Levi Bikame Tubembo.
All right.
From Itialangwa, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm listening and weighing arguments there. Please, moderator, Mr. Ben, so allow the people who are saying the truth concerning Nigeria to speak their mind.
He's allowing us.
This is what you people have been doing through.
Mr. Levi, please, if you can call back, do well to call back so that you make your point. Yeah. Yes, we want to know exactly what you have on this issue this morning. 09160,000 965. 09160,965 is as well our SMS number. Also 09160 333 965. I've not been stopping anybody this morning. They can say for sure I've not hindered anybody's contribution. Anyway, all right, talking about the solutions, gentlemen, at this point. Sam, you were trying to make your point.
Yeah. On that solution. See, farmers need to go back to farming. I heard something yesterday. Like I said, I know a particular that should be it on this program too. A particular politician that is a big time farmer. Yeah, here in Abia State, I heard that he's a cashew nut. He's looking at the containers landed to harvest his cashew nut here in Abia State. Also, he's a big time politician. He's still a senator currently. That means they know how important farming is. They know that farming is something that will help Nigeria. Economy wise, people will eat.
Okay, while you
have
make
enough.
Your point,
All right.
Let's bring in a caller. Good morning. Welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Kindly turn down your radio set. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome. Good morning.
My name is Sapi, calling from Omoya.
All right.
I've been listening to the discussion. The very wonderful one. Talking about the problem of problems affecting Nigeria presently, both the food and every thing. I guess that the governor or the president should open the borders and allow importations of foreign goods, and also they should look at the fuel price in Nigeria, because if you can calculate well, from when we start having all these problems and things keep on increasing, is from the moment they announced to us that they have removed the subsidy, everything rised up. They should look at it and reduce the fuel price and open up borders and allow importations of foreign goods, because from the looking of things here, Nigeria don't have enough facility to produce what they are banning us from importing outside. So they should look at it and open it up, and
all right.
I believe it will be okay.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate your contribution. Well respected as your opinion. Sam, please.
So on that means if these politicians, farm on their own now, is their business now. Why not we make it very?
I will have to.
No, it's their time to
interject
talk.
Also. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
You're welcome, sir. We didn't get your name, please. We did not get your name. All right.
The corruptible family, whatever gets us there in our day. And may God bless you.
Thank you, my brother.
It's my friend. And I don't want to use this opportunity to say that I've been successful. But let me come to what we are discussing. The corruptible family can handle Nigeria. The Muslim can wisdom for that God can permit him, because the young man has been anywhere he goes, he spoke the mind of people. It's
somebody said that he got the mass of death is to look for the mass. Let him look at the head. We see the mass of the head. There's a problem now. To solve it is just to bring the price down. Because this fuel price has been everything. Let's start by bringing the price down first. Then everything can be coming down gradually.
All right.
But it is, even people in the village do not see even one seed of fat, which it cannot solve the problem of Nigeria. I believe that they know what to do. They don't decide to be punishing the former. Let me not waste my time, but if they cannot hear corruptible family voice, they might not hear.
All right, thank you so much for your time. We actually appreciate your contribution. 091600965. A very good morning to you and welcome to the program.
Good morning,
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Don
Casey.
Right.
Okay. Honestly, comfortable some of states here, the first one in the sense that the key factors are most important things that the federal government should look into, things that are important in the church. And not to be telling us in every event we should recycle our village. Even though everybody started doing that, they have really go a long way to cushion the effect. We're talking about the thing the federal government will do. You and I can be.
Hello, Don Casey guy.
Shouldn't be the necessary thing that will come off with. Then the interest of food shortage, I think sharing that maize and the rice, 1,000 tons of rice and maize should be. I don't know who will be the people now. How are they going to distribute the rice and everything? Even though they distribute it now, then what will be the end of the day? What will be the earning, the gain of people that are going to have it? I'm talking about if you have the rice, what are those things that make up with the cooking of the rice? That is it. So they should make the price to reduce, number one. Secondly, then the transportation is also another thing, because if you don't reduce the transportation, even people are going to get the food or bringing the food for people to have it in much. So the thing will be hitting.
All right, you have used your time, sir. Thank you so much for your contribution. A very quick one. While you were still on that point, Sam.
Okay, that's it. That's just it. So farming for me is allowing farmers to go back to farm. That is just the solution there. Very, very important. You allow that to happen. Insecurity will come in, you know, because I can't be in my farm and I'm scared. It was herders. At some point here in the east, I heard a particular community in Bende fought their own. Ibere, to be precise, they said, no, we are not going to be allowing that to happen. So the guys left. At that point, it was something else. You're going to your farm, the cows are blocking your way, and you can't do anything. They will attack you. So these things put together. Those in other states, let us know how to rear our cows. Yeah, make sure that farmers will go back to their farm. Let these things be affordable. Let it be available. Let the fertilizers be distributed to the farmers. If you do all these things for me, I will still prefer it compared to giving us, or if you like, let it be 200 tons of whatever you have there. Is more for me, more like palliative.
Right.
Then in Nigeria, if we want to help ourselves more, also let us start producing. Let us start refining our oil here.
All right, let us speak with this person. Good morning and welcome.
Hello?
You're welcome. Your name and location, please.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
We can hear you. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning, Moses.
You're welcome, sir. All right.
Yes, the major challenge we have is colossal leadership failure. Our leaders should be focused. You are talking about agriculture. People are doing the job. But the problem is the support from the government.
Yeah.
The government have not been really involved in helping the farmers. People are ready to farm. But what are the government doing to help these people who are ready to farm? What is the palliative given to these ones? Nothing. Some of them are suffering. Even the fertilizers that are supposed to be subsidized for these ones are not. So I think the government should make working implement available for these ones. The facilities needed to farm should be provided. Then for our refineries, it's time for NNPC to give Nigerians the explanations why we are having such shortfall in NNPC. Why are our refineries not working, even after subsidy removal? There are a whole lot of things to be done. On the side of corruption, there are a whole lot of leakages. If you pump in 20 billion, there are leakages that they have created that will sweep away the whole money you pump into the economy. It is entering into private pocket. Let us block all these leakages and ensure that when you power the economy, the people will feel the effect of the billions you pump into the economy.
All right,
my brother, we are heading nowhere, but God will help us. Thank you very much.
Yes, I agree with you completely. God will help us. Of course, it's possible when our leaders, even as a people, we contribute also. Before we leave the studio, Chibuaka, going forward, your submission on this issue.
Well, there are a plethora of solutions to these problems, and like I said before, they are indigenous. There's a difference between education and literacy. Let our leaders travel out and the citizens being implemented. Let the people understand. You have to open up the minds of the people and to understand that there's a difference between dividends of democracy and building social amenities. And also there should be frameworks. There should be legal structures, legal framework in place for disseminations of those policies and palliatives, so to say. So it will trickle down to the people. It's not being up there and you're reading policies and telling and saying, how does a woman on the street? So there should be structures and there should be checks.
All right.
There should be checks to see how the impact has gone to the people down there in the grassroots, among security and other things we had mentioned.
All right, thank you. The second segment of Standpoints will be coming up immediately after the news light at 10, as we'll be engaging the General Manager of Umahia Capital Development Authority this morning to come update you, and then tell us their plans in terms of restructuring, giving the state capital a new phase. It's been a wonderful time with you, Incorruptible Sam. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thank you so much.
All right, Chibuaka Chijoke, thank you so much for your time on the program. All right, let us do this again at 10 a.m. That will be after the news light. My name is Moses Ben. Good morning.